Hello, everybody. This is a Minesweeper day, and well, you know what I've noticed is that my speech patterns tend to just really not go outside of the lines very much. I was thinking that just now, but I was also thinking that yesterday when I was rewatching one of my Minesweeper videos, and I was doing that because I broke the news to my mom that I have a Minesweeper YouTube channel where I do this sort of thing. Um, yeah, I don't know if I could have figured that out. I couldn't give enough of a shit to figure it out. I almost stopped myself from swearing there, but I chose to swear because I'm raging against the machine. Um, so I broke the news to my mother yesterday that I have a Minesweeper YouTube channel. She asked to see it, which is fine. I don't care that she wants to see it, but I sent it to her and I warned her. I was like, well, mother, I swear a lot. I don't know if you necessarily want to hear your child, whom you love so much, saying such nasty things and all this junk, you know. And so she wanted me to send it, so I did. So I don't think, honestly, my mom is going to keep up with all of the Minesweeper videos that I make. I don't know if she's going to watch them on a consistent basis, but everyone say, well, I know no one's going to say anything. Maybe I just have no faith in anyone, and that's why I'm making this assumption that no one's going to actually comment anything. But everyone say hello, mother, in the comment section, because don't say hello, mother, in the comment section. Go to the comment section and say hello, mother, or hello, Alex, mom, or whatever you feel like saying. Just be nice. Be nice. It's not like you guys are insanely rude or anything. I don't know any insanely rude people. So anyway, just keep that in mind, that we got to behave ourselves a little bit more here. And she told me to use my intellect instead of cussing. And I said that I believe those things can coexist. You know, like I should be able to swear. I can swear while also, non-binary rage. I can swear and then also use my intellect at the same time. I don't see why it has to be mutually exclusive. You know, I know plenty of very smart people that swear like a sailor. It's not something that matters too much to me. But I did think about it for a second, and maybe it would be a good exercise to just limit my swearing and control better what comes out of my mouth. Not really for the sentiment that I'm trying to swear less, but just as like an exercise to break habits, you know what I mean? Speaking of breaking habits, I should really stop this mindless courting that I'm doing, which I do talk about in every episode. You know, every single episode I'm like, guys, look, I'm mindlessly courting. Maybe I should stop doing that. And who knows, will I ever break this habit? Or will I just continue to talk about how I need to break the habit? Stay tuned to find out what the answer is. So right now I'm pretty much playing Minesweeper to kill time because I'm working on a fun little tune that I'm making, and I need to wait for my Amazon rechargeable batteries to charge so I can put them in my microkorg, which, in case you don't know, it has a vocoder on it, so it's incredibly cool. What's a vocoder, you ask? Well, you know, I'm sure everyone knows what a talk box is. We've all seen a TikTok of some guy with a talk box that's going like singing like Mr. Blue Sky? The sun is shining in the sky. That's my impression of a talk box. It really just sounds like, I don't know, it doesn't sound like anything good. So, but we all know what a talk box is. Well, a vocoder, I feel like everyone knows what a vocoder is, and then when I've told people about this microkorg, like I'll tell people that I'm getting a microkorg, I want it because it has a vocoder on it. Everyone I mention that to says, what's a vocoder? I'm like, what are you talking about? You don't know what a vocoder is? Like, I know everyone has heard of vocoder in their life. They just might not recognize, like, the name or know exactly what that is called. But rest assured, you have heard of vocoder before. And so a vocoder is basically Did I do everything right here? Yeah, it seemed like I did. You know, I actually have a hard time explaining what a vocoder is. It's just one of those things that you hear and you know. Okay, let me try my best here, because my mother told me to use my intellect, and that means not giving up when I don't know how to explain something, instead of just being like, oh, you know what it is. I'm just gonna try to explain it. You know, it's a good mental exercise. So, thank you, Mother. Now everyone in my audience is gonna know what a vocoder is. Thanks a lot. I was trying to gatekeep that. As an instrument, but whatever. I guess if you want me to just spill all of my secrets and everything that I'm trying to gatekeep for the sake of using my brain power, then whatever, I guess. You win. So a vocoder is basically you play the keyboard at the same time that you're speaking into a microphone, which is attached to said keyboard. And when you play notes at the same time, it textures your voice to not only the sound of the synth that's coming out, but also the notes too. So it's sort of like, it's like auto-tune in a way, where you can really sing or speak in any key or any note. It can be the entirely wrong notes that you're playing. Like, you could play a C major chord on a vocoder and be singing in an F sharp note or whatever, what have you. Hey, I didn't take music theory. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But it will change the pitch of your voice and the texture of your voice. So now what is left is no longer the sound of your voice. Anyone can speak into a vocoder and you wouldn't be able to tell who it is, because now their voice has been replaced with the texture of the synth and the notes that are being played on the keyboard. I think I explained that pretty well. So that's what a vocoder is. And oh my god, fuck this, dude. I'm getting whatever. Kill yourself. Wow, I'm really toxic today. I'm just feeling a little bit short-tempered for no reason. I'm not really sure why. I've been doing quite well. It's, you know, it's just one of those days. We have bad days. It's fine to have those. So, anyway, well, yeah, that's what a vocoder is, and I think I explained it quite well. So, why did I even start talking about that? Oh yeah, because I'm playing Minesweeper because I am charging these batteries for my vocoder so I can just get back to being on the grind, because currently the grind is going strong with my creative endeavors. And yeah, so anyways, not like I'm prioritizing that over Minesweeper, but I am, because this isn't really a thing that's gonna go anywhere in the long run, to be honest with you. I also don't really want it to. Like, if this channel starts to actually blow up, I will private all the videos, because I mean, it's cool for maybe my friends and people I know to witness this, and maybe a couple strangers online, you know, would be cool. But at the end of the day, if people start figuring out my musical identity and my Minesweeper identity in conjunction with one another, then no, it's going away. I can't have people knowing that about me. I want to keep things incredibly private. I don't want people knowing about my personal life. So I'm not afraid to private all these videos immediately if things go in a direction that I don't want, which is basically fame. so that is my own personal choice. Read it and weep. If you can't read, then just weep, I guess. Anyway, sorry for being so mean. I don't mean to come off as such a callous, classless piece of garbage. Wow, Alex, that's not really much better. I tried to stop myself from swearing there, which I did, but you know, what sort of alternative is that? You know, piece of garbage? Can you not come up with anything better to say other than piece of garbage, Alec? I'm very disappointed in you. Me. So anyway, you know, I'm not really feeling the challenge today in Minesweeper, you know. Not like I'm feeling the challenge. I'm feeling it giving me a challenge, but I don't feel like having a challenge. I just feel like having an easy walk in the park game but I'm not playing medium. There needs to be 4 difficulties here because easy is way too easy, medium is way too easy, and then hard. I feel like there's a significant jump in difficulty from medium to hard that is very off balance compared to the jump in difficulty from easy to medium, which is like just easy and easy number 2. It's like easy the sequel. Like if it's Alvin and the Chipmunks. This is easy. This is easy the squeakquel, and then hard isn't even a part of the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie franchise. It's like Jurassic Park. It's not even the same thing. You can't even compare them. So, and it's not like hard is that difficult anyway. I say as I lose. I wonder what my win ratio is. It's probably like for every, if I were to play 100 games of Minesweeper on this channel, I'd probably win 5 of them. But that's factoring in the ones that I start and then immediately lose as well. So do I have a good win ratio? Absolutely freaking not. That's right, I said frickin', yeah. So it's just, you know, it's kind of sad. The only way to get better at Minesweeper is to just keep playing Minesweeper and to also think about your decisions before you make them, which is recurring theme here, but I just don't seem to follow that advice very much. Okay, so we have a lot of 3s in this area. I wonder where these mines are. And let's see, so could it be something like that? I mean, well, no, these 2 are for sure mines. That's touching the 3 it needs. That's not one, so it must go here. And then, really, does it have to go there? Couldn't it be up here? No, it is there. This one is a mine. So it's this, okay. Okay, we figured that out. That was fun. You see, it's fun when you get, here's the thing, maybe this is why I don't feel like having a challenge today, is because it is fun. The challenges that it gives me like that are fun. Like the little exercises that it gives me where I have to stop talking and think about it for a couple of seconds, I can usually figure them out. But it's such a defeating feeling when you think you are smart because you spent time thinking about what you just did. Okay, there, that was cool. When you spent time trying to like reason your way through a problem and then you just get it wrong, like it's such a discouraging feeling. It's almost imbalance. It's like they need to buff the dopamine. The creators of Minesweeper need to buff the dopamine amount that it gives you when you correctly come up with the solution, with the correct solution, because the dopamine hit isn't as strong as like the disappointment and the shame that happens when you lose a game, you know, because you spend so much time thinking and it's, you know what I mean? So, what the Yeah, as I was saying, very topical conversation. As I was literally just saying, okay. Okay. I wonder if I'm ever going to get a face cam for these videos. Probably not. I mean, hey, I did think of something earlier. I was like, wait a minute, I could just use my phone camera as a webcam because then it will double as a microphone. So that's the thing. I could literally have a face cam. It'll just be my phone camera and the microphone will double as the face cam. Obviously, will the audio quality be very good? Well, no, not at all. The audio quality already is not very good. But it doesn't really matter to me that much. What matters to me now is exacting my vengeance on this game, which I guess that's an interesting way to put it, because it's not the game's fault that I keep losing, it's mine and mine only. So, no pun intended, mine only. Yeah. Okay. That would be a complete shot in the dark right there. Not one that I'm willing to take, especially when there's other areas that need to be swept out before you can do anything, you know. Yeah, I've gone quiet because I'm just kind of disappointed. But I'm also getting a little bit focused. I'm also getting a tad locked in here, you know what I mean? Okay. All right, so that one is obviously the mine there. Could be that, could be this, and could be that, could be, who knows? Let's think about that. Let's think about it. Okay, so we have a lot of threes down this little aisle here. So what if that goes there? That. No. 3, 3, 3. 3? Yep. Nope. That's not fucking it. Yeah, okay. Okay, whatever you say, pal. You guys are seeing actual frustration here. Because I'm honestly getting really tired of losing every goddamn game I play. Like, I really, truly am getting absolutely tired of it. And I know that all I have to do is spend more time thinking about what I do before I do it. But that's the problem with wanting to speak so much and then also... Because I want to speak so much, but, you know, it's almost like I can't have my cake and eat it too, at least now. Like, maybe if I, you know. Sorry to be a downer, you guys. Sorry to be a downer and bring down the mood of the Minesweeper Let's Play. You're probably hearing my rapid chording clicks. Yes, indeed. Yes, those are my chords. Joe Biden doesn't know how to chord, or doesn't know how to play the game other than chording things. So, thank you, Joe. Very awful, Joe Biden. You're Joe Biden, and you're a big bad man who didn't do much in office, says Mr. Trump. But Mr. Trump, the foothills of the Himalayas, he says in response. Well, Joe Biden, I don't know what the foothills of the Himalayas are. You know, I think that's leftist propaganda. I think you're making up that place. You're making it up for your image, Joe, like you always like to do so much. Alrighty then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. You guys saw me cord that very obviously open spot right there. I know. I know. Yeah. I know I was gonna fucking lose. I know. My God, I just heard this child outside scream bloody murder. Like it wasn't like bloody murder. It was just very quick. Like it could have been a bloody murder, but it was like very fast. It was ah, and then it just quieted down after that. And yes, I refer to children as it because they don't gain a sentience. They don't gain a sentience until about the age of 12, I think. If God was right about that. I talked to God actually the other day. I was like, God, when do children gain sentience? He's like, not until about the age of 12. I said, well, shit, really? I thought it was more like 8. And he's like, nope. That's why all your memories before the age of 8 are fabricated. And I was like, shit. So childhood trauma isn't real? He said, no. Childhood trauma is a buzzword made up by the left to victimize yourself, so they can victimize themselves. I was like, damn, those leftists are really diabolical. God, why did you allow them to be such evil, conniving individuals? And then he said, well, because, and he couldn't think of an answer. Then he just said, your mother. And I was like, damn. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. What do we do here? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could be either one of those. I'm not willing to deal with that sort of malarkey at this point in time, so I'm gonna look somewhere else. Okay, all right. That's cool too. Okay. Okay. You know, guys, I'm not too happy in this episode. It's not really for any particular reason. It's not because I had a bad day. I had quite a good day, to be honest. I think I'm just not in the mood to keep losing Minesweeper over and over. And I'm gonna stop just having a dialogue with myself and say, well, it's because I need to get better. I'm just gonna say, well, I just don't give a fuck right now. Could that be it, you guys? Or is it that? Could be either one, bro. Could be either one. Well, actually, no, because out of these two cells, one of them is a mine. Out of these two cells, one of them is a mine. Maybe it's this one. So, no, it's this one, and then it's this one, and then it's this one. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. If you guys are a fan of the Minesweeper episodes, then you may just like this one, because it's kind of just at that level of silence, you know, bit of a lack of commentary. I just want to win, that's all it is. I'm just salty, I want to win, and I want to stop losing so horrifically. I'm going to end the episode shortly, however, so don't get too attached to this version of me, because when I come back, I will likely be in a better mood, of course. So it's not these two. Could be that one and this one. That could be it. And that's it. That's the one. That's the one. I'm just courting like crazy. Like a crazy, crazy person. Okay, okay, alright, alright. So there needs to be two more in here. It's not these two, so it's these two. Right, right, oops. Whoops. I mean, this one, of course. That one, of course. Okay, and then these, there's two. I mean, there's one more in these, and so it's not. It's this one. Okay, and there's one more in this one. So it could be this one, and then over there. Okay, there's one more in one of these, and then there's two more in one of these, and so obviously it must be that. Nope. Alright, well that's it for this episode. Bye.
I could have my Gucci on. I could wear my Louis Vuitton.